While we hold people in the public eye to different standards, the truth is a lot of them struggle. We all want love and acceptance. Everyone needs a little help sometimes. Those in the public eye are no different. Some share their story more openly than others, but the struggle is real and hits home when the person that is struggling is someone we know personally. Each of us sitting here knows someone who has either been in trouble with the law or is currently battling an addiction of some kind. I've read Jamie's story, and it certainly hits home with me because I see a lot of parallels. It takes a village to help someone get back on their feet, and I'm thankful to be part of an integral village right here at Dismas House. I'm proud to introduce this year's annual speaker, Jamie Campbell-Bauer. I'll give him a warm welcome.
Hello, good evening everyone. My name is Jamie Campbell-Bauer. Thank you so much for that beautiful introduction. Ephesians 4:32. Be kind and tender to one another. Forgive one another, just as God forgave you, because of what Christ has done. We all make mistakes. Not one of us is perfect. Sometimes our social or economic background starts us off on a bad foot. But addiction or alcoholism has no care for background, nor for social class or creed. I come from a middle-class home and a private education, but I too was gripped by this affliction. I was scared, fearful of everything, of life, of challenging times, of my own emotions. I wish I could stand here and tell you some rock and roll stories that would make you laugh, but the truth is, my ailment led me to a very dark and very lonely place. I used substance to numb my emotions, to flatline. It became an endless cycle of self-medicating. However, I was granted a second chance. I found myself on my knees praying for a solution, something I could not do alone. I wandered blind through the foggy streets of London one morning and found myself in a recovery meeting. It was here that I truly began to learn the principles of a spiritual program, the power of forgiveness, and a sense of community and love that I had missed for so long. My journey through recovery has been one of ups and downs, and not always perfect. But just as God was there for me at the beginning, He was there for me still. I worked my steps, I paused, and I reworked my steps again. And upon completing them, I found a sense of joy within me, for me and for life, and a true sense of love for others. I don't always get it right. I am human. I make mistakes still. But I'm now able to confront and comfort myself, atone for mistakes and make amends. Being here tonight is part of that for me. I have been blessed with the gift of recovery, and part of my program and my spiritual principles is to help others within that. I'm grateful to be here and to be given this opportunity to speak with you all. The saying, "It takes a village," is so powerful to me. I often feel like in this time of great divide that we can forget our neighbor, forget the power of a loving higher power, and the love that dwells in us all. My own recovery journey led me to hospitals and to potential death. I did, at times, want it all to end. I couldn't face the day. There is a saying in one particular recovery circle: jails, institutions, and death. The kind hand of a stranger reached out to me in hospital and started to show me the way. At that time, I wasn't fully yet ready to accept that I, like many others, wasn't capable of managing my affliction, and so I went out and further led myself towards the night. Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we have an opportunity to be the light. To be the light for someone who one day will need the kind hand of a stranger to lift them from the dark, to show them the way. just as was done for me. We all fall sometimes. That's okay. But it's who is there to pick us back up when we have that can change lives. Recovery is possible. I stand here today before you, testament to that. However, it is not possible alone. Togetherness is at the very foundation of any recovery. I was asked to discuss the idea of perseverance. It's a really hard one for me to grapple with, because if I look to tomorrow, a year, or 10 years ahead, I cannot fathom what that looks like. All I have is today, and it is one day at a time with and by the grace of God. Recovery offers hope, it offers new chances, it gives us the chance to be a kind, loving and productive member of society, and who would not wish that upon their neighbour? But this is one day at a time. Life can be challenging now, yes, and there are times where I become afraid again, where it can feel like it's too much. But in those moments, I throw my arms open to the higher power I have come to know, love, and trust, and I also listen to another. I need to hear another in order to stay in recovery. We and I cannot do this alone. Community is one of the cornerstones of recovery, and tonight, again, ladies and gentlemen, we have the opportunity to be a part of that wider community for ourselves and for another. I was fortunate enough today to meet current residents, volunteers, leaders, and interns at Dismas House here in South Bend, Indiana, and I left with this note. Love. All of our pain comes from wanting to be loved and not getting what we need. In that, fear grows, anger grows, and somewhere like Dismas House offers love. It offers stability, it offers a place to be loved and to love in return. The warmth I received today from the alumni and current residents emanated from their very personage, and it's dripping from the walls. That, to me, is special and important and deserves support. The work that Dismas House does is powerful. It takes those who move forward and gives them a new pair of wings to fly. There is a story I love called The Boy, the Mole, the Fox, and the Horse. And within the story, the horse has hidden his wings, and it's only by finding his community that he feels he can show those wings again. We can give someone their wings back through supporting this incredible cause that will affect serious change today, tomorrow, and further along. All of us have been given second chances in life. I am under no illusion that I would not have had the opportunity to stand here before you today if I had not been fortunate enough to star in a wildly popular show where I do play a very slimy villain. However, that opportunity, for me, would not have been possible without recovery. That is one of my many second chances in life. And to be able to be here tonight is a true blessing, and one I don't think I'll truly process until later. So tonight, ladies and gentlemen, I ask you to give someone a second chance, to show the next person that follows them that recovery and change is possible, and to give someone their wings back. Each of us is a miracle, a blessing, a person that should be shown and given love. It is by the grace of a kind and loving God that I am standing here before you today. Let us extend that love outwardly to all of those who need it. Thank you so much for allowing me to be here today. I am truly and eternally grateful. Thank you.